Man, y'all are killing it. All right, let's keep it rolling. Now, I know that y'all are chomping at the bit to start painting those masterpiece courses, but before we do that, we have to prep our canvas. Okay, get it? Prep your canvas like we're painting, but we're canvas door. Never mind. I cracked myself up. Okay, so let's check out what we're going to do in this video. We are going to go ahead and start a new course and name it. We're going to look at course navigation, course settings, and switching buttons on and off for student course navigation. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump on my dashboard. Okay, so here we are. Now, as you know from Ashley's last video, that this is your Canvas dashboard and these are the courses that you're enrolled in. Now, since eSchool hasn't populated our courses yet for school, we're going to need a place to work at, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to build a Sandbox course. Now, we call it Sandbox because what do you do in a sandbox? You play in it, right? You build things, you try things out, and it's a place to work without messing up anything with your true eSchool courses, okay? And I highly suggest building a Sandbox course for any prep that you have and for whatever class you teach, okay? So over here on the right-hand side, below the to-do column is a button that says Start a New Course. I will click on it, and let's go ahead and type a name for our course. I've done this a few times, so I'm going to title mine Leroy Sandbox Canvas. Okay, so that's what I want all of y'all to do as well. The naming scheme should be your last name, and then Sandbox, and then Canvas, okay? Now, if you want to go ahead and create a Sandbox for your first grade class, same thing. Call it your last name, Sandbox, first grade. If you're at the secondary level, you want to create a Sandbox for your Algebra 2 class, again, your last name, Sandbox, Algebra 2, okay? Let's go ahead and try to keep that naming scheme. Okay, so after we named it, let's go ahead and click on Create Course. Okay, and just like that, our course has been created. Now, there's nothing in this course, but our course has been created, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the layout right now. So by default, we're in module view, right? So there's nothing here yet, no modules have been created. On the left-hand side, our global navigation bar is still the same, it never goes away. But to the right of that, we now have what's called a course navigation bar, okay? And that is just a bunch of links within your course. Again, then our module will be posted right here once it's built. And then we have a few buttons over here on the right-hand side. Now, this is going to be like an overall view of your course. So let's go ahead and for the first part, look at your course settings. So I'm going to scroll down. And in the course navigation, at the very, very bottom should be a settings button. Okay, so we are now in our course settings. You have a few tabs at the top: course details, sections, navigation, apps, feature options. And then on the right-hand side, you have some more options that include importing course content, exporting course content, and sharing to Commons, along with a lot of others, okay? We'll get into this later. But for this video, let's go ahead and look at the Course Details tab. So the first thing in Course Details is an image for your thumbnail on your dashboard. Currently, we don't have an image on our thumbnail for our new course, so let's go ahead and create one. So I'm going to click on Choose Image, and since this is a Sandbox course, I'll go ahead and click on Upload Image. I went on the web and I got a picture of a sandbox and I just saved it to my computer, and this is what I'm going to use. So I'll click on there, click on Open, and now I have a thumbnail for this course on my dashboard. And it's just a sandbox showing me that, hey, this is my Sandbox course, okay? Below that are some more course details. Terms. Now, since this is a Sandbox course and it's a manually created course, it's not tied to eSchool or students or anything like that. So there's no start or end date or any details like that. Now, in a true eSchool course, you will have start and end dates and some of these things might be populated, okay? But since this is our sandbox, we're not really worried about that kind of thing. So I'm gonna scroll down, and again, any change that you make on your sandbox, be sure to update course details. So since I just put that picture in there, I wanna click on update course details, that way I save this picture, okay? Now, the next thing I wanna do is I want to click over on the navigation tab. On navigation, this shows all the links that are in my course navigation. So these links and these links currently match up. But this is a lot of stuff, okay? I won't be using all these buttons in my course, and I don't want to overwhelm my students. So what I want to do is I kind of want to hide a few of these for student view. Now, if I come over here, you'll notice it says drag and drop items to reorder them in course navigation. And then down here, it says drag items here to hide them from students. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and hide some of these buttons. Now, I wanna go ahead and mention that just because I'm hiding the buttons doesn't mean that I can't use them. So even though I'm hiding Google Drive right now, I'm still able to use Google Drive in my course. I just want to take that link away from the course navigation, just to not confuse my students, okay? Again, after you make your changes, hit save. That way your course saves your changes. So for this video, here's what I want you to do. Go into Canvas, create your Sandbox course, name it with the correct naming scheme. Go ahead and upload a picture for your thumbnail, and go into your course navigation and get rid of the buttons that you don't want to use, okay? And last but not least, save that work, okay? I'll see y'all in a little bit.